What's up, everybody? Welcome to Inside the Mind of a Trader episode 5. Hopefully everybody is having a solid day so far. This is a voiceover because the video I had just recorded, the audio messed up, so I'm just going to be doing a voice over the video that I just recorded. But episode 5 today was December 18th, a very interesting day at the least. Previous video I had mentioned that today we have FOMC, and as you guys can see by the charts, it definitely was a pretty crazy day within the markets, especially to the downside, right? So going to be going over that. I did take one trade today, which I will be going over as well. Took the trade on Nvidia, so we went 1-for-1 trading on the day. But other than that, I really just wanted to stay, a bit, slow, just in terms of trading due to FOMC being today. But S&P 500 fell around $18 today, which is pretty crazy, mainly due to investors' concerns due to the elections and concerns within the economy. So that was that, and I definitely look forward to see what's to come in the future, especially because we were holding above some pretty key levels, such as S&P 500 holding above 600 pretty well. Tesla fell around $40 today as well, which is pretty crazy. So definitely look forward to seeing how things recover. But stay tuned for future episodes to see how things go. So let's definitely hop on into it here. Looks like I'm just talking about the S&P 500 and Tesla as well. Tesla fell around $40, which was pretty crazy as well. Like I said, I did take the trade on Nvidia. Pretty much the whole markets as a whole were just extremely red, bearish today, especially after FOMC at 11 a.m. Pacific time, and then also 11:30 when the Feds did speak. So that was that. But you can see the trade here. Nvidia literally just fell to the downside all day. I still caught a massive move, but nothing compared to how strong we fell, right? But going over the trade, I actually entered off of this supply zone. As you guys can see, supply zone rejection. Also got an indication from the Tukhi indicator as well, but this zone was matching up well on the lower time frames as well as the higher time frames, which is most important. You can see here, switching to the 5-minute time frame, even looking at it on a higher time frame look, you can still see we had that aggressive move to the downside, which indicates excessive amounts of selling pressure, right, which we want to mark out. You can also see the Tukhi indicator gave us a supply zone marked out there as well. So we had multiple different indications from the indicator itself, and then from just our zones itself, drawing them out manually. So that was that. And you can see just the 5-minute looks beautiful even right when I entered. But switching to the lower time frame, you can see how big the move was that I caught off of this supply zone. I was simply just looking for that retracement into supply, and then get that strong rejection to the downside to confirm that sellers were stepping in. Obviously, stop loss was above the supply per usual. You guys know that's typically what I'm doing. And then pretty much there really wasn't any initial points of drawdown, and it was really just a nice push to the downside from there. And then around 11 a.m. Pacific time, that's what I'm pointing out. That is when FOMC started, and at that point I was already in profits and had already taken my profits multiple times, right? So I just figured I would hold my runners a little bit longer, and that ended up working very, very well, as you can see. So I really just had runners for the rest of the trade because realistically I wasn't expecting it to go this crazy, but still caught a beautiful move regardless. Here's me going over my targets. You can see that's where I took my first small profit trim. I always do my first profit trim at around 20%. pretty much every trade, always just to be safe. And then that bottom support level, you guys can see that was another profit area for me that I took profits at. And then really from that point, like I said, I just had runners running, going absolutely insane. I did also do a live trade recording of this trade, so if you guys want to see the trade in live action, click the link down in the description to check that out for sure. But you can just see rest of the day Nvidia dumped like crazy, so I definitely could have capitalized off of it more, but definitely not mad considering how well the trade worked out and how big of a trade it was, right? Beautiful. But as I mentioned as well, you can see stop loss was really just a break above the supply zone. That's what I'm doing all the time for my stop losses. I'm either doing my stop loss at a break above supply or my stop loss at a break below demand, which is very important because if those zones do get broken through or invalidated, that means that that zone is not valid anymore, right? So there's no point to look at it. Therefore, that's the best area for us to use as our stop loss. And you can also see the zone was it wasn't that wide, right? It was pretty tight. So that means that it was also very minimized on my risk, which was another good confirmation / indication to enter this trade. But that's going to be that. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video and found some value from it. Definitely be sure to join the Discord down below in the description. If you guys have any comments, let me know. But other than that, I will see you guys next episode. Peace.